Hello, greetings. Thank you for joining Science Broadcast by Fifth Dimension. Alright, so this is a Earth Angel channeling. So there are Earth Angels among us. Basically, reincarnated humans. Basically, but there are angels reincarnated here. That their path is of an angelic force, you can say. Some might be drug addicts, who knows? There's a little bit of everything out there. Well, they're so used to the high vibration, they need to take something to get back to it, so it makes sense in that regard. But yeah, there's like the angelic army, you can say that's here. Now, I've heard of this. I haven't heard of this term that often. It kind of was doing work here. I could hear it. I heard the word Earth Angel. It's not something I very much. I've heard of angels incarnated as humans and doing their thing. You see, even my path is, can you say, connected to that too. I don't really focus on what I am. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm on Earth. Let's get this. Yeah, let's get the party started or something like that, or whatever it might be. But Earth Angels are. I guess they kind of know who they are. Some are. I want to say drug addicts again, because once again, some of them are just having a hard time, conforming to this reality. They're basically here to, I want to say police our reality, but here to uplift its energies. So there's different levels of Earth Angels that are here. Some are connected to cannabis, and others are not. Others have a different. Some are just like they don't want nothing to do with any of that stuff. There's just different levels of it. Some work just better on a cannabis diet, and others don't. It's just the way it is. But the missions are all different, but it's all kind of interconnects in the long run. So if you don't feel like you connect to, aliens, you don't feel like you connect to Argartha, you might feel like an Earth Angel energy is there. So, yeah, just basic. I mean, there's so many different levels of it. There's high, there's low, there's here, and because sometimes you need a low vibrational Earth Angels to connect to those that are low vibrational here. Like, an Earth Angel can be a prostitute, basically. So, yeah, why not, right? A lot of prostitutes, I think, are fairies, actually, but either way. I guess it depends on strippers, maybe. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, I don't know where that came from. Either way. Well, Earth Angel energies are part of the love vibrations, so that's where that came from. So, they're just part of basically, and those are part of addictions. They're there to assist that. They're to assist on different levels, so they can connect on multiple levels. And a lot of them don't have many human incarnations here, from what I'm gathering. There's different layers of it that there are. You gotta connect to the human stuff that's going on here. So some will incarnate in a terrible family life, and others will kind of do a very positive family life, but then have the darkness of that. Either way, it's just their missions are all unique, as all of ours are. But the Earth Angel energies are, I don't know, you just kind of know. I will assume that you just kind of you just know where you fit in. And obviously, there's some people here, I imagine, that they don't feel like fitting anything, any aliens, any Agarthians, anything. And I would call those like unknown alien beings. They're unknown beings. They're not going to have a real, you kind of figure it out on your own. They are, I mean, you might find it in fiction, you might find it somewhere, like Black Mirror. There's a Netflix show called Black Mirror. Gosh, I've not seen that. But I know of it, but it's kind of like an Archon TV show. So, either way. So yeah, there's different, angels for different, situations, basically, just like anything else. It's just identifying that might help you redefine your life here, and help enforce your power here. The more you know about it, the more you can tap into your own self energy. So it's not always need to be known who you are, but sometimes it's necessary if you feel like you need to know. I don't feel like I need to know anything. It's like, but some people feel like they really need to know. To put not to say it's a label, it's just a bit. It's just how you identify yourself, because you connect more to your inner power. So there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. You know, I remember, around my 30s and all that, I didn't know what the hell I was going to do, or 20s for that matter. So even now, I don't know. Well, I never connected to alien stuff, but either way. So I go into a little bit more of the Earth Angel energies and see what else we have for tonight. Anything else? I'm going to keep it simple. So, all right, should be interesting. For those who are new to all this, liveandtalk.com, my private sessions. This is a scheduler. You want to have a channel and be bizarre. You have Google account, Zoom, and channel by phone. Schedule the questions around 10 days for delivery, a little bit more than that. Same situation here. We have other channelers and healers I do recommend. Social networking, awesomeness. Thank you for your support. Okay. Alright. Hopefully the audio is working. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Let's see, Archangel Michael's here. Bring assistance on that. So, alright. One moment. A lot of souls here, yes, are being tested to pull out the angelic energies out of themselves. Basically, angels come here to learn to become more angelic. They come to a place like this for hard lessons. This world can be called a world for angels. It's a testing ground to improve your abilities. It's technically one of them. There are others where, this is like a battleground. To open up your abilities, test you to extreme, have all these situations occur, and just, push you not to your brink, but sometimes, yes. And yes, there's a place of drug addiction, sex addictions, all addictions, food addictions. It's all necessary for soul growth. And a lot of angels have to go through those things. Not all, but some need to go intensify, because the souls that are connected to, like, say, a food addiction, a lot of those souls do not heal here. And those angels that are connected to those people, like if you're an earth angel, you'll you have a friend that has a food addiction, and that's like your best friend or a close friend. Most likely you'll incarnate with that person on another world and be there for them. Not to say you're perfect. You have your issues that help with your issues, help with their issues. They're all helping with each other out. So that's how it works. There's this. It's deep, you can say. Some parents are earth angel energies and they have devil children. Or the children are earth angels and the parents are fucking devilish, drug addictions, etc. To the extreme. Your gang warfare on your planet is, a lot of those gangs come from other worlds, Syrian worlds. We'll just call it the Syrian worlds for right now. They're just used to being in a collective. Of course, reptilian also, but even Syrians have reptilians also. They don't see anything wrong with their violence. They don't see anything wrong with their direction. As the earth needs that balance. Yes, you have many positive people, but also you have the darkness. Sometimes you need, the earth can, yes, for some of you might feel the earth is too dark, but it's all in your perception. You need darkness here basically to speed up lessons, to learn things. Some souls learn very quickly, a lot of them don't, because they get the addiction of not learning. And they like the attention of not learning. And some of those souls get stuck here as ghosts also. Because they're so used to doing the same thing and being lost. Leaving this world is nearly impossible. So to give you a little bit of a background. of even your tree collective can be known as a gang, a posse. Yes, a tree gang. As they all look the same. And you might go into a forest like, oh, I do not feel comfortable here. It's not always a manipulation that's going on. Some of it's just the trees just don't want you there. And they're doing their own sorcery, doing their own witchcraft. You'd be surprised. It's like a closed club. So how do you perceive it is up to you. Perception is key, of course, but angel energies angels can be the most tested on their planet. And while I'm going from unconventional directions, and also to assist those that are going through a transformation. Your Earth is going through a transformation, going into more fourth-dimensional energies. Realize many souls on your world are going into like the drag queen world. Sexual identity issues are going on, or identity. A lot that Earth angels are needed here for that, for the Earth to balance. As humanity more finds itself, it's finding more. See, realize it's finding more the sexual direction than the war direction. The war world is coming to a slow close, very slow. But as humans start to realize their inner selves, which is might get strange for many, even for those that are in a spiritual connection. Some of this might get a little bit more bizarre. You might have people connecting more to insectoids, frog beings, pig people, etc. And it might be a little bit much for many that are just in your traditional spiritual realms. Even they might get pissed off. Because someone just like, I want to connect to the trees, the angels, the aliens, and that's it. And you said somebody talking to the pig people and the ant people, and it's like, I don't want to be around that stuff. So, but that's where your spiritual community is going to find a balance too. So you're going into a whole nother. So basically, your Earth is kicking out war. So yes, there are different wars when the families, personal wars. Realize that, and some of those can be. Some of you are atomic bombs, and you can really set yourselves off, or somebody can set you off, and that's called the family unit. So your war is transitioning. It is leaving your Earth slowly. Your governments are seeing that. Even your government people might go into a transgender direction too. You're already seeing some of that. It's basically coming into its own vibration. Would you rather that than causing havoc across your planet? Yemen is Yemen is an old-fashioned. There's a lot of energies in Yemen. It is an alien area on your planet. So it's hostile for a reason. Even India has a certain extent of that. But Yemen is a place, like you go where the war is the most hostile and realize it's not talked about very often. It tells you that there's a lot of alien energies there. Angelics, it tells you it's a powerful land. There's a lot of, stargates there. There's many great things there that the world isn't really ready to see just yet, but eventually. Your Asian, your Hong Kong, there's a lot of there's a lot of agendas going on in Hong Kong at this time. It's a purge of old ideas. Even your mainland China won't be the same after this either. Because mainland China is going to have to, not now, but eventually going to think more of human rights. It's kind of is, but it's not fully there. It's going into that direction, but China is basically from another planet. It is basically a foreign land, as some of you can realize. So it's like having China. What's going on in China is like having another planet connected to yours. And you're seeing what's going on there. It's pretty much a foreign land altogether. Its language is foreign to most. It's just Arabic places are similar a lot of ways, but right now China is the hot topic at this time. But China, as you see, the Asian population, as large as it is basically showing you that it is a foreign alien energy here living the human experience. Now you might see these, those are frog people, those are fish people, but a lot of it is frog. You might see them shapeshift. You hear about reptilian all the time and how exciting that is. But if you see a person shape shift into a frog, it's a whole nother reality, isn't it? It's like, I didn't know that existed here. And also there's pigs, but not so much there. Yes, it's there, but not as strong. Amphibian energies are very strong in Asia. Mostly China. So not to say everybody's a frog person, but they might have amphibian vibrations, yes. Doesn't mean that you're a frog person, but some of you definitely are frog people. It just are more easy to get along with. Sometimes resourceful, but usually just easy to go along with energy. There's more to it than that, but we'll just leave you with that. Not much aggressive. See, the frogs and reptilians are kind of there to balance each other out. Reptilians might be aggressive. The frogs are like, hey, what's going on? Chill out. So you kind of need that dynamic there. That's why you have the animals on this world too, to balance out. Yes, there is manipulations, but the manipulations come from reptilians, feline beings, to keep you in the third dimension. Money system. It's all there. It's like the blood of your society. It's technically the money system, kind of. It's just to keep you on an agenda as you figure yourselves out. You can manifest the money that you want. You're all kind of walking cash registers, don't even realize it. Well, you're not, because you're not always there to bring in money. Yes, we realize that's hard, but many of are just bringing new energies. Worrying more about yourself. Tapping into, yes, the energy feels like, energy can't feed myself, but maybe it can. Over time, your world will get used to that. Yeah, because basically the food energies will be energy and not food in the physical. But not just that, because there's still a lot of knowledge to learn from your animals still. You are what you eat, yes. So you're getting to download information from a plant or from an animal being that you eat. And then usually the food's choosing you. Just to let you know. That's why you have cravings. It's actually, hey, come over here and eat me. So we can share information. I know that sounds a little bit strange, but it's true. And higher astral, some of you, it's like, I'm not eating anything ever again. But I'm glad my human self is, so I don't have to go through it. But eating food is not exactly... A lot of alien beings don't have anything to do with food. You have energy, they just have their own thoughts. It's like a lot of alien beings just have... As long as they keep their mind going, they stay fulfilled. But as soon as they lose idea systems, like they connect to everyone's ideas with their own, man, some of the alien beings just die. It's like having your own world. You're like tapping into yourself. So if you have an alien world that you don't really know yourself, yes, living there, you might have a short life depending on the alien species. Yeah, there's so many different incarnations you can connect to. Billions upon trillions of timelines. And disconnecting, you have your Pleiadians and your Sirians right now. And your Arcturians and Reptilians, they're to balance you out. They're basically the popular ones. But there's many others. The ones that are minute that you've never even heard of. There's some detail here, but we're not going to go into detail. Some of those are the most interesting alien beings ever. The opposite of your world. Those alien beings look at your world like, why would we ever have our DNA in a world like that? We must be and some of them are royalty. And they're not connected to your royals. Your royals is an old-fashioned monarchy that will disconnect, but not just yet. A lot of them are connected to Orion. Orion was a dominant energy in the past. That's why you have the Orion Wars. There's different ways of looking at it, so many different timelines, but for the most part, it's basically, your royals is basically Orion group. No way of looking at it. But the Earth Angel energy is basically some of those lifetimes. Those of you that are Earth Angels right now realize the hardships, the health issues, the mental stresses. Some because it's more extreme with Earth Angel because they're basically redefining themselves. It's like they can handle it. Their mind might think, I can't handle this, but technically they can. It's like there's an Earth Angel everywhere. But the population is mostly unknown. As you know, when people have a child, it's like, wow, child is an angel. Probably because it is. So, and yes, we go through a lot of tests, of course. That's what your Earth is meant for, it's not just for tests. It's basically to calibrate the soul, to strengthen the soul. Obviously, there's much to it, more to it than that. But basically, going into this universe, basically, many of you are here to conquer this universe, to win, to bring in more alien energies that will basically clear out the old lessons. Old lessons. A lot of worlds are connected to old timelines. That yes, they're living in the past. As many worlds, like your world has some of that too. As many humans here don't like change. They rather live in the past than in the future. So there's a lot of worlds with just old vibrations, old roads, old everything, mold, depending on the planet. And just is not, it's like a hoarder planet of old antiques. Now there's a positive side to that, yes, but it's not an easy one. Yeah, if you can get, if you can, either way. But Earth Angels also are here to unlock timelines. Maybe not for themselves, but for others. They can see for others, but they can't see it for themselves. Which they're not supposed to. Not to say everyone can see their future, but Earth Angels can see usually pretty easily and usually pretty accurate. As no one's perfect here, but it depends on how you're realigned with the Earth Angel vibration. It is basically like the lifeguard of God, you can say, in some regard. Lifeguard for humanity. So they are they're in the pool side. They're in the area, the section of the world where they need to be. So we'll leave you with that. All right. Okay. All right. We'll just leave it with that. Hopefully that was helpful. So, okay, webinar tomorrow, and I have a theme park uploaded for tomorrow. Hopefully, that's from what is it? It's Halloween, so it's a little bit late. So, all right, much love everyone, and I think that's about it. Take care.